I am so excited to introduce the new WonderCuts tooling machine by WonderHouse. It has 4 rubber feet with a suction function which makes it stick on the table during use. The tooling machine includes 2 cutting pads, cutting pad A and cutting pad B. Cutting pad A is thicker than cutting pad B. Let me show you how to operate the WonderCuts tooling machine. First, you take your paper and ensure that you have the color facing up. Take your foam dies and with the pattern facing up on top of your paper in the center, you put your cutting pad A, give it a slightly press like a sandwich and put it through your WonderCut tooling machine. And here we have a look. And we have our fish, just similar to the pattern on the foam dies, all ready to add on our paper. This beautiful cut is very easy and very fast to make, and let me show you how to do it. So I started off putting my green and blue base, where I want to add my picture. This dies, so put it in here. And I like to use the blue guy. Very easy to stick on the paper. For the girl, I choose. And these balloons are also. With this WonderCut tooling machine and these beautiful dies from WonderHouse, it is fast and fun to create all these cards. If you're interested, please visit our WonderHouse website for more information. I'm so excited to introduce our brand new tooling machine, Evolution by Lifestyle. It is a new dies cutting and embroidering system. It has a beautiful design. It is very elegant, very light, portable, but very stable and very easy to operate. Let me get started and show you how the cutting. I start up with our platform, our 3mm cutting plate. I add our dies, and please note that I put the edge facing up. On top of that, I put a piece of paper and ending with another 3mm cutting pad. And then we give it a spin through the Evolution machine, which is really easy. So, the beautiful cutted paper. Let me show you how to emboss. I have my dies and my cutted paper. I add the rubber pad and a 2mm cutting pad. So I give it a quick and easy spin through my Evolution. And here I have my beautiful embossed paper. This is my beautiful dies with foam. I like to show you how I do my cutting. I start up with my 3mm cutting pad on top of the platform. Add my dies and make sure that the foam is facing up. On top of that, do my paper, and in the end, do my 3mm cutting pad. And then I'll just give it an easy spin through. And here I have my beautiful frame. This is my cut and emboss folder, and I'd like to show you how to use it. On one side it have embossing, and on the other side it have embossing and cutouts. Let me show you how I do it. I start out with putting my paper in the center and then just fold it. Very easy. I have my platform, and on top of that I put my 2mm cutting pad, my folder with the paper in the center, and on top of that I put 2mm cutting pad, like that. And then just give it a very easy spin through the evolution. So, see what I have in the folder. Here is my very beautiful piece of paper, both cut out and embossed at the same time. Very easy. For embossing my paper, I use my embossed dies. I like to show you how I do it. I start out with my platform. I add a 3mm cutting pad. I take my embossed die and the piece of paper I like to have embossed, and try to keep it in the middle, in the center. On top of that, I put my rubber pad and a 2mm cutting pad. And just hold it and give it a spin through my evolution. So let's see how the paper is. Wow, really pretty. Next, I like to show you how to do cutting with the steel rule die. I don't start up with my platform at this time, but I take my 3mm cutting pad, I add my steel rule die, my paper in the center, and then adding off with my 3mm cutting pad. So it will look like this. So, and I'll give it a roll through my evolution. A beautiful letter. Very easy and very safe to do. Hi, my name is Lene Lock, and I'm very proud to present our new Lin and Lene design collection. This brand new collection has more than 200 new designs. This is one of my favorite borders from the new Lin and Lene design collection. This has a lot of details, so I like you to show how I do the cutting and embossing. I start out by using my platform, adding my 3mm cutting pad, putting my dies, make sure that the blades face up, have my paper, which I like to cut, and then another 3mm cutting pad. And then I'll give it a go through my evolution. So, because this border has so many details, and I want to make sure that it has all the cutouts, I'll just do another run through, but before that I turn it 90 degrees, put on my 3mm cutting pad on top, and then just give it another spin. So I have done the cutting. Now I'm ready for doing the embossing. So I take off my 3mm cutting plate, take my rubber pad, and on top of that, my 2mm cutting pad. And then I'll go through my evolution to create the embossing. Very easy. And here I have my final, beautiful, very detailed border.